Someone who was running for a sabbatical role and did not get the job, here's everything I wish I knew before running for sports officer. This first one is really a tough pill to swallow, but people don't actually care about the NUSU election. If you look at the stats on the NUSU website, there's around 20,000 votes within the student body, and that only makes up to around 16% of the student population, which means not that many people actually care enough to vote, or care enough at all, or even know about the student election. Number 2 is that just because you sign up for express your interest role doesn't mean you have to actually follow through. A lot of people go through training then decide actually it's not for them, and that's absolutely fine. Number 3 is that if you do decide to run for the role, there is actually so much background work that you don't see. For example, we went to a training session, which I've made a reel on, and we've got our photos taken, we've wrote a manifesto, we've wrote our agenda, we've wrote a publicity sheet, we've approved everything that we want to go out for material and publicity. We've write a budget form, and we've actually got to run for the campaign. We have to reach out to people, we have to reach out to clubs, we have to promote ourselves by putting out flyers or making promotional materials. All of these are invisible work or visible work that you don't really think about until you're actually running for the role. Number 4, saying that, it probably means that you're going to spend a lot of time and effort into creating those things. For example, how would you like your poster to look like? Do you want a consistent branding? How much time are you going to devote to making promotional materials? How much time are you going to devote yourself to being on campus, talking to people, and putting out flyers or doing promotional stuff? You're gonna think about election all the time, and that is not a bad thing, I guess, because it means that you care. And it's just that it's gonna take a lot of time for you to think about running for the campaign. You're gonna look at other people's campaign and see what they're doing, and you're gonna think, oh, maybe I should have done that as well. There are also things that I didn't know would be happening. For example, at the candidate rally, I really thought we're just gonna do a few questions and then we'll be done. But actually, we did get a courier interview and a live broadcast done with the NUTV as well, which I was not expecting until on the day. Lastly is that you might miss out on important event or milestones. For example, I've missed out on the voting launch photo shoot and the launch party / drop-in sessions and the voting close gathering because I have class and I'm working on my uni work, which I feel like is more important than the actual election itself. Obviously, it's a huge milestone in the election, but I didn't feel like it was worth missing class or doing my uni or my master's project for. But overall, if you're wanting to apply for a sabbatical role or a chair or a liberation officer role, I feel like it's a really good experience for you to just go out, market yourself, figure out what you want to do. It is a good opportunity for you to get a job as well if you're looking for a job after graduate or taking out a gap year, and you miss 100% of the shot you don't take, so go for it.